an update on that massive fire that destroyed the roof of a Queens warehouse overnight. We're learning 5 firefighters had to be treated after dealing with the combination of the flames and the sweltering temperatures outside. CBS News' John Diaz has the very latest from Willets Point, Queens.
Yeah, the FDNY Assistant Fire Chief out here on scene telling us that after the initial 911 call, it took the first engine just 4 minutes to get here to the scene, but eventually it took more than 200 personnel to get this fire under control. Chopper 2 flying above a charred New York City Department of Transportation warehouse used to house agency vehicles. The video shows extensive damage caused by a massive fire that ripped through the roof of the building at 3211 Harper Street in Willets Point, Queens, late Monday and into Tuesday morning. The FDNY Assistant Chief said it was a stubborn, intense fire.
We went to a defensive operation fairly quickly. Within 15 minutes, the fire was up to a 3rd alarm assignment.
Eventually, it grew to a 5-alarm fire by the time FDNY members got it under control, which took more than 4 hours. The assistant chief says aside from the excessive heat, a problem they faced was limited water hookups.
We utilized something we don't do very often, the close proximity to the water, the bay here. We had our special operations units, and we used engines in sequence, and we drafted water from the bay, several engines in sequence to keep the pressure up, and then supplied the tower ladders with that, and it worked very well.
At first, neighbors were told to close their windows because of the heavy amount of smoke billowing into the sky.
A lot of smoke, yeah.
And the smell's bad?
Yes.
And it was thought unsafe chemicals were burning in the fire, but later that was debunked.
Only what would be routine for a garage, oil, things of that nature, nothing out of the ordinary.
While fire officials say 5 firefighters suffered minor injuries, mostly fatigue, no civilians or DOT workers were hurt.
We had 24-hour security. There was one other person who made the call. Thanks God no one were inside.
One worker told us, fortunately, no one was on the clock due to Labor Day weekend.
Nobody's working there.
Okay.
So it's an off weekend.
Okay, that's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
And right now, the FDNY says that it is still maintaining a presence to make sure no hot spots flare up. But now reporting here from Willets Point, Queens, John Diaz, CBS 2 News.